Guys, welcome back. So the next question that we'll be solving is something like this. Write a program to find the total number of minutes between two given times formatted with a colon and am or pm, right? So that means कि आप ना यूज़र से दो इनपुट्स ले लोगे, एक टाइम ले लोगे और सेकंड टाइम ले लोगे, ठीक है? बट दोज आर बेस्ड ऑन द ए एम एंड पी एम, राइट? सो फिर आपको क्या करना है, उनके बीच में डिफरेंस निकालने हैं, दैट्स इट, राइट? सो लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. Let's see on the blackboard itself first. Suppose take an example. अगर मेरे पास होता है 12 am, if I am saying, right? So we can consider that at the time we are having how many hours? 0 hours, if you know it better, right? If I am having something like this, I am saying 1 p.m, right? So 1 p.m, we can say that it is 1 plus 12 hours, so that means it is something like 13, right? So when you are having a 13 p.m, you are saying that now also it is a 1 p.m, right? So if I am having the 11 a.m, so we are saying that it is 11 a.m simply, yeah, 8 a.m, सुबह के 8 बज गए, सुबह के 10 बज गए, राइट? सो इफ आई एम सेइंग कि 1 बज गए, दैट मीन्स वी आर सेइंग दैट इट इज 13. But pm if I am saying, right? So these things we have to take in the consideration first, right? That means first क्या हम देखेंगे, ये am और pm वाली चीज़ देखेंगे. एक चीज़ ये हो गया. सेकंड चीज़ क्या है? सेकंड चीज़ है obviously you have to take it from the user. You have to take it from the user. So user आपको क्या देगा, ऐसे something like this 12 colon 00 am, right? So he will write something like this. But this data type, neither it is integer, ना ये integer है, ना float है, it's a combination of this integer colon 00 integer, you can say am, you can say string, right? So user से हम क्या लेंगे, हम as a string ही user से ले लेंगे, right? So from a user we will be taking it as a string. So but what we'll be doing is, जब भी हमें ये पार्ट चाहिए, so obviously we know if he is saying something like this 01 colon 34 minutes pm, यो ही सिंग कि दिन के 1 बज के 1:30 समथिंग लाइक दैट हैपन्स, दिन के 1 बज गए, राइट? सो दैट मीन्स एट द टाइम ही हैज़ टू गिव द 01, ही शुड नॉट गिव द 1 colon 3 4, right? This we will not receive. As of now we will say this is a wrong input, but when he has to enter 1, he has to enter 01, right? So now we know to get these things 1 2 first two characters, that is at the location number. If suppose if I am saying this is time, that means to get these 12 or 01, what I can say is it is time में जाओ, go to till second, right? Because index number 0, index number 1, index number 2. अब ये मेरे पास 12 आ गया, right? भाई ये कौन सा 12 है अभी? still it is string वाला 12, right? So can we convert this 12 into the integer? Yes, easily we can convert into the integer. एक तो ये बात हो गई. Second thing what we have to get is we have to check this am and pm. How to check this a and pm? We know something about the negative index. This is -1, this is -2. Can I say it is time of -2 onwards? If you have seen my previous videos, maybe you'll be knowing it. It is am, right? For this, and it is valid for this as well. You will be getting the last two characters because am and pm will be present at the end, right? And to get these two things, because minutes will be also in the 2 digit, hour will be also in the 2 digit. To get these two things, so what you'll be doing is you will be doing something like this. Time of, कहाँ से start करना है? 0 1 2 3 और fourth location पे I can say it is 3 colon 5, right? This is the starting condition, this will be the stopping condition. That means it will go till this fourth location, 00 or 34 you will get from here. So right, so these are the three things you need to get the hours. You need these two columns, but you have to convert these hours into the integer value. This is a string here, you have to convert it into the integer. To get the last two am or pm, to check whether we have to multiply with to add 12 or not add 12. So for that we'll be checking this am and pm thing, right? So obviously it will be present at the -2 location, right? So this part is the minutes. This minutes part we can get somehow like this, right? Okay. Now let's do it. So first thing, obviously we'll be taking the time from the user. So I'll say time 1 equal to, obviously we'll be taking the input. Now you know by default to input data type is string, right? If you know about the data types, it's a string. Enter time 1, right, in format, say format here, hour colon minute, then am or pm, am/pm, right? This is what I am telling to my user. Now user will give me the input from here, right? I will copy the same line code here as well. Okay, so we have to take little bit precautions. Let me think also what I can do here is time 1 at time 2 I took from the user. Now first thing is uh, what should we do first? First we should check based on the AM, right? We should check based on the AM. If it is AM and it is saying 12 AM, so at the time what should make it? We should make this 12 as a 0, right? So if it is not 12, so we will take in something. If not, then we'll bring. Okay, let's see. So we will check something like this. I will say if time 1, let's do with the time 1 first. Time 1, how to get this AM PM? Obviously it is at present at the end of this. Can I say it is -2 onwards, right? -2 onwards. Agar if it is same as AM, right? If it is same as AM, so that means we are having the AM at that time. And what should we do here is we should convert it to, okay, AM is there, then we should check first thing if it is 12 AM. If it is 12 AM, that means it's a 0. 0 hour is currently, right? You should understand that. Maybe if you know about the timing, if it is a 12 AM at the time, we say that it's a 0th hour, right? So if I'm saying that, let's get this part, this first part. I will say time 1. If time 1 का क्या है, पहला 2 characters, if they are equal to string of 12, we have not converted it, is still string. If you will see the data type of this is still string. I will say if it is equal to the string 12, right? Okay. तो हमें इसको क्या करना है? Let's take, I will take the minutes. I will say t1 के minutes जो है minutes minutes is equal to 0, right? एक तो 0 हो जाएगा because of the 12 plus what should we take? These minutes. How to take these minutes? I will be taking these minutes, I will convert them into the integer. Okay, integer में convert करने के लिए after that I will say time of 1. कौन सी location पे जाना है? As I told you, 3 to 5. 3 to 5 if I will say, so it will give me this 0 1 from here, right? So ये is done. Okay, if it is not 12, right? If it is not 12, so then what should we do? I will say else t1 minutes, okay, t1 minutes equal to integer जितना भी होगा वो integer same thing time 1 का क्या पहला 2 characters, okay, पहले 2 characters आ जाएंगे into, since we have to convert it into the minutes, so I will say into 60, getting this, plus कि how many minutes are there, so that will come by this key, control C, and here I will say control V. Oh, this is correct. Okay. Let's check with the AM first, if it is working fine with the AM. Okay, and let me print it as well. Here I will say print control C this. Okay, let's check it. What input it will give me. I'll give the same input as of now as well, control C, and for the second I'm not giving anything. Okay, it's saying 1 minute because 12 AM is 0 and here we'll be getting the 1 minutes, right? So let's check with the some other value other than 12. Let's see if I'm giving is let's say 4, that means 4 AM I'll be giving, that is 04 colon let's say 4 hours 10 minutes, right? And here I will say AM. Okay, let's give something value. It is saying 250 minus 4 into 6 is 24. Okay, okay, 6 4s are is 240 plus 10 minutes is 250, so it is correct, right? For the AM it is correct. Let's clear from here. If you are not getting this, guys, you can see that. Let me show you something else. I will say print here, and I will say here type of time one, right? You can see it's a string. It's something, it's saying that it's string, right? Correct. It's just, if I'm printing this thing, control C, and I will say here print, and okay, this thing I have to print, and here let me copy this thing from here exactly, control C. If I will run it now, and I'm giving the same thing. I'm giving the same thing here, and let me give nothing here. So okay, you are getting the AM here, right? So if I will say here something like this, if I'm saying the 2 here, so obviously you will be getting the 12 here, but that 12 is a string again, right? And that string we are converting into the integer here, right? Getting this point, so that we can get the integer 12, not the string wala 12. Okay, okay, this is clear for the AM. Let's do the PM. Okay, if it is not AM, so directly it is the PM. So I'll be going here else, and in the else part, what I'll be doing is I have to do something with the minutes first. Okay, so what I'll be doing here is I will say T1 minutes equal to int to get the time. So it will be same here as it is. Get this thing, it will be same. Control C, Control V, right? But one thing we have to do is we have to add it with 12, and I'll be multiplying it with 60 to get the minutes. So here if it is saying 1 p.m., that means it is how much? 13 hours, right? So that's why I'm saying 1 plus 12, it will be 13 hours. 13 hours into 60, that will be the minutes, plus we'll be doing here int kitne, how much minutes we'll be having here, right? So I will copy it and keep it here, Control V. Okay, anything else case will be here. If it is not AM, it will be PM, so I'll be converting it. That's it. Yeah, that is it. Okay, let me show with the PM now. Let's go with this thing. I will say this thing, Control C, and I will Control V it. That means it should be how many hours is being printed. Let me comment these lines. Let's remove these lines from here, and here I'll be saying printing the time, and I will say print T1 minutes. Okay, let me run it, and here I am saying now this 12 p.m. So let me give nothing to this. It will be 1440, means it is 12 into 60 is 12. Is it correct? I guess it is correct. 11440. It's correct, because if you do here 1440 minus 1 minute, it would be 1439, right? Okay, this is correct. But now we'll be doing the same thing with the time 2 as well. So I'll be copying the same thing, Control C, and I'll do here Control V, and simply do one thing, जहाँ जहाँ पे T1 लिखा है वहाँ पे T2 लिख दो, time 2, and here I'll be doing time 2. It's the same now, formula, everything will be same. 2. Now we are done. T2, T2, and here T2. Okay, so I will say time 1 minutes, and here I will say time 2 minutes. Okay, now if I will run it again, and let me give here time, let's copy this thing, so Control C, and here let me paste it, and paste it. Instead of AM, I will do here PM, right? And let's run it. It is saying okay, it's 1 minute, it is 1 minutes. Okay, correct, right? Now what we have to do is we have to subtract them. So what I'll be doing here is I will say something like this, print after subtraction, subtraction. So what I'll be doing is I will say T2 minus T2, sorry, comma T2 time minus T1 time, T1 minutes. Okay, now if I run it, and again I will give the same values here, Control V. Okay, and second में Control V. Let's check that output, because here done here PM over. I will say here 00 PM, and the output is 1439, and here we are getting the output same as 1439. So I hope you understood the question. So what we are trying to do here is with a function it would have been easy, but here this is a little bit hectic. Okay, so just go through this once again. If you understood it, so nice. If you couldn't understood it, just leave the comment. Maybe I'll create a one more video on top of this. Maybe we'll be using the whiteboard then. I'll be explaining the each and every code what we are doing here. Okay, thank you. Okay, one thing came into my mind, like as we know here, the length of this thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can keep this constant here. We can keep something like this. If this length is like 7, and the last part is a or a am or a pm. These things maybe you can make it as like as complicated as possible. Let me give you a little idea. So what I want to do is, before doing anything, I will check if the length of this is 6, right? Because we know there should be the 6. If it is less than 6, so we'll not do any kind of a calculation. Second thing what we'll be checking is, this is this part, I mean, an string, sorry, am or pm. Third thing we can check, this is this part like integer, or is this part integer, right? This contains constants we can keep here. So let me what I can do is, if I will say if it will become complicated, sorry for that. If time of I will say let me do this thing. I will say if length of kiska time one is equal to 6, राइट? एक तो ये हो गया, एंड दूसरी चीज़ क्या चेक करेंगे हम, टाइम वंस दिस थिंग व्हाट आई यू सेइंग, फर्स्ट टू how we will take the first two, column 2. If it is integer, I'll say type of it is integer, type, type of it is equal to int, right? And third thing, इसका बीच वाले का भी, right? So I will copy it from here, control C, and I will do here control V, right? And here we can say here -2 column if it is integer as well, right? Third thing what we'll be checking is this last part, it should be am or pm, right? So capital letters, right? And I will say here and क्या बोलेंगे हम, टाइम 1 का जो लास्ट पार्ट है, यहाँ पे एक जगह हमने गलती की है, टाइम 1 का लास्ट पार्ट -2 कॉलन इज इक्वल टू am or pm, and then I will say and okay, यहाँ पे we have done mistake. The mistake is like that, type of middle part. So middle part is present at 3 to 5, right? 3 to 5. This was the mistake that we have done here. This is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. This check, and same thing we have to do with the time 2. Same thing we have to do with the time to, control C I'll do here, and here I'll do something like this, control V, and I will say here colon, then that's it. जहाँ पे 1 लिखा है, what we'll be doing, you will be writing the 2 over there. Here we'll be writing 2, here we getting 2, right? And I can say something like this, right? This is also correct. So you can see, you can't say it. Okay, let's keep it like this. Okay, what happened now? Okay, this is correct. Now this should be inside this, and I will say tap on one tap I did, and it is correct now, right? So let me execute, and let's say I'm giving something wrong here. I will say 12 column 2 am, okay, and it is saying this. I will say 12 column 34 pm, so p comma something like that. Okay, now it is then throwing an error. Is it say here comma else something wrong with input print run it again now, and let's give the less one. First check the length. 12, 34. Invalidator. Why it's giving the invalidator? Okay, it's checking it. Got it. So one thing we'll be doing is we will not doing this check here. This check we will not doing here. Let me remove it from here. Let me remove it from here, and this check as well. This check as well from here. Okay, so what I'll be doing is I'll be creating a first checking the length. So I'll say if length of time 1 is equal to 6, and length of time 2 is equal to 6. If this is the case, then we'll be doing this thing. Okay, so why it was showing an error like that? Because if it was checking the length is not 6, but then it was checking the other conditions as well. Like, so if the length is not 6, so obviously we'll be not having the index 2, 3, 4 or something like that, right? So let me run it now. This thing will keep here as well, and this thing will keep here as well. Control C, Control V, right? Let's check one by one, and here I will give now 12, 1 2 3 3 2. Okay, it is saying the wrong input. That means that is being corrected. Let me clear it. Let's say I am now execute again. Now I give the exact 6 12 colon 34. Let's say I am giving the small am, so I am saying 12 34, but here I've given the capital PM. Okay, it's again the input is wrong, so this has been handled now, right? So this is how we'll be doing it. And if you want to see it again, see what we did is what we did with the first part with the time 1, and same thing we are doing with the part 2 as well, right? So you can keep if it's something else is coming in your mind, so any other constraints, so you can keep those constraints as well. Okay, thank you. I hope you understood it now.